Okay, good morning, Elevate Mastermind. We are on our every other call. Good morning, Joel.
Morning.
You ready to fire it up?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So the last 2 weeks, I talked about the top five business keys, the top five business objectives to have down really, really well. So if you haven't seen that video, I'd encourage you to check that one out. We talked about the importance of product and service, of sales and marketing, of systems, of team development, and of course, finance. And these principles that we go over in the mastermind, it's your entrepreneurial MBA. It's your small business MBA. It's in my opinion, it's the equivalent. But we can do all those things, and you may have heard me say this before. We can do all those things and have a great business, but if we don't have the five that I'm going to talk about today, it's just not going to work. So there are five business objectives and there are five personal objectives that we must have down to be successful. And this last Elevate Mastermind up there in Broomfield, I thought was just awesome. I thought it was very, very powerful. Did you like it, Joel?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, it was good. It's such a great reminder to bring these things on the top of our mind that we may have read in a book 3 years ago or 10 years ago, or we may have heard it at a seminar, or even saw like maybe an inspirational line in some poetry or a movie, or, of course, a GIF or even like a meme. When we see those and they tap our mind, we focus on them. And so these calls, this isn't something you just want to watch once. You can certainly put this in your library of videos to watch on a regular basis, because when you feel boosted, when you feel elevated, when you feel in charge of your destiny, when you know that the decisions you make are going to move you towards your vision, and your mindset is set to say the decisions I'm going to make today are going to move me towards my vision of my future, of my perfect, ideal life, my quality of life. When you know you're in power like that, things happen. Because you also know when the headspace is the opposite, right? You also know when I'm just kind of getting by right now. I'm in a rut right now. I'm not intentionally living my life forward towards success right now. And I tell you what, that is just as normal as living your life intentionally towards success. I think there's so many, positive stuff out there that we think that we're supposed to be on all of the time. And it's just not the case. And at least in my life, I look at what I produce in my life, and I can look back for the past 30 years and say some weeks were like this, 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 some weeks were way down here, some weeks were super high. But the key is when you start from a long time from here, maybe to here, it's going to go up and down. But if you keep getting back up, it goes higher each time. And so these five principles I'm going to go over is what helps me move towards that direction. Maybe it will help you too. Number one is vision and purpose. You have to know what you want. I've been asked a few times, hey, out of all the books you've written, out of all the seminars you've given, if you could just say, what is the one most important thing that someone needs to be successful? The most important thing. Well, it's a very hard question, but I tell you what, number one, know what they want. Know what you want. I mean, that is it. Well, yeah, but shouldn't I get the knowledge? Well, yeah, but you're not going to want to go get the knowledge if you don't know what you want. Well, yeah, shouldn't I be motivated and shouldn't you talk about procrastination and taking action? Well, yeah, but that comes after knowing what you want. Well, shouldn't I be inspired and can't you tell me something there? Well, yeah, you get inspired by knowing what you want. So to me, when you're crystal clear on knowing the vision of your business and what that's going to do for the quality of your life, that is the most important thing mentally you can focus on. That is the Post-it note all over the house. That is the podcast. That is the reminder. That is your morning prayer and meditation. Focus on what you want. Bring that into your life, because you will see the opportunities for you to take action on. The second part of that, number one, is vision and purpose. You have to know why you want it. You have to know how it's going to affect your life and why. What's the purpose? If you want to make a gazillion dollars, honestly, it's not very motivational. But if you know of some charities that you want to help, if you know of the house you want to put your family in, if you know of the car and the college funds and the vacations and the jewelry, whatever it is for you, if you know the things that you want, the experiences you want to have, the ways you can help out other people, right? When you put those three together, you've got purpose. The purpose of your business is because people need what you have. When you are the answer, when you know that what I have is going to greatly help the people I serve, money starts to flow, right? So number one, and these are whole seminars for each one, at least whole workshops at least. But number one is make sure you have vision and purpose. Number two is a belief in self. Like I said last time, you could be a master at product, service, sales and marketing, systems, team development, finance. You can be a master at all those. And you can even know what you want and know why you want it. But you have to believe in yourself. Who else is better qualified to do what you're doing? You just got to jump out there, get a few wins under your belt, get a few good responses to the losses. How are you talking to yourself? Keep moving forward in an upward angle towards your vision, and the belief in yourself soars. There's a big difference between self-esteem and self-worth. And belief in self kind of encompasses both of those. Self-worth, brothers and sisters, you were born with self-worth, okay? Because you are a human being on this planet, you have self-worth. You were created. We could debate on how you were created, but you were created. You are here for a reason. Your actions make a difference in others' lives. Your actions matter. You are more than just thoughts up here in this brain. You are here for a reason. That is self-worth, okay? You were born worthy, all of us. Mm-hmm. Big difference between self-worth and self-esteem. You're not born with self-esteem. If you want a solid belief in yourself, you must follow through on what you said you're going to do. You must take action on the things that are in your mind that you know you're supposed to take action on. You must have these small accomplishments as you go that lead up to the big accomplishments. That's self-esteem. Esteem is the pride that fuels your self-worth, right? You know you're worthy, but when you start to get these accomplishments coming in and you do what you say you're going to do, you start to build up self-esteem. The esteem is that engine, right, that keeps that going, right? Isn't that good?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. So we got vision and purpose. We got belief in self. Number three, certainty. This was one of the key focuses we had last mastermind. Are you certain that you are the answer? Are you certain in your product and service? Are you certain that you have the resources at your fingertips that you can reach out to bring in help if necessary? You have certainty, you have success. And that's going to bounce around a little bit. You're not always going to feel certain. That's why these are one of the 5 benchmarks to constantly focus on and bring to the top of mind, because these are the easiest ones to slip. Oh, I'm not really clear on what I want anymore. I don't really know why I'm doing this. Man, I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know if my product is still helping people. You got to constantly focus on these, readapt, pivot if you need to, talk to your clients, talk to your customers, bring that back in so you can get super certain that your product and service is filling a need. When you feel the need, they continue to come. The fourth one is no fear of rejection. Look, nobody likes to be rejected. All right, I don't like to be rejected, but the more successful you are, you're going to get rejected a lot more often. Think about the people out at the kiosks in the mall. They literally get told no, and we've actually measured this. They literally get told no up to 100 times before they can get a yes. That's a long day. That's like an entire hour in a busy mall of people coming through saying no, 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 no. And that one person out of 100 typically is going to say yes. So you got to, you can't be afraid of being rejected. It's not personal. A lot of times when you're rejected, you may have heard it just gets you closer to your next yes. It can be motivational. If you're constantly getting rejected, ask why. Hey, I understand you don't want to take action on this product or service right now. It would really help me out if you just told me why. And guess what? It's not because of your bad hair day. It's not because of your bad breath. Okay? What it's about is it's not the right time for your product and service in their life. They don't see the need. They don't want it. They don't need it. We didn't do a good enough job in communicating that to them. So when you just make the click that when people reject you, they're not rejecting you personally. They're rejecting it's not time for what you have in their life right now. Very, very good way to look at it. And think about it. What are the chances that you could get 100 people to like everything about you? I mean, 100 people to like everything about you. I can't even get one person to like 100% of me, okay? Let alone 100 people. You're going to have strengths. You're going to have areas of improvement, completely normal. So don't be afraid of getting rejected. Once you get out there, one of the things we do at the Elevate Mastermind is once you get out there, we put you in rejection type drills that get you used to it, that make you realize people are nice, people are friendly, they're really not rejecting me, they're rejecting what I'm trying to sell right now, and they're not going to shoot me, okay? They might just walk past me or say no. Some will, some won't. Who cares? Next. You go on to the people that want your product and service. Those are the ones you focus on, not the ones that said no. The fifth part is a very big part, but it's called self-leadership. Are you leading yourself? Quick summary of these 5, and I'll spend some more time on self-leadership. Vision and purpose, belief in self, certainty, no fear of rejection, and self-leadership. I have coached a lot of business owners, and I tell you what, these are these 5 that I have drilled down, the 5 values of a human being that if they continually master, they will see success. These are the 5. Out of all the people I've coached, all the businesses I've helped, these are the 5. You get good at those 5, your business will soar. Self-leadership, what do I mean by that? Well, it's kind of an individual one for every single person. You got to ask yourself, what is the one thing I should do more of, do less of, right? Completely stop doing or completely start doing? What is that in your business? And why aren't you doing it? Procrastination, right? We're not being consistent. It's self-leadership. The best way I can talk about self-leadership is just consistency of going towards what you want. People who are successful are leading themselves consistently towards what they want. Consistency. So for you, it might be the friends you're hanging out with, right? They're getting you off track. It might be some of the stuff we're putting into our minds. Instead of getting positive stuff, we're having these 8-hour Netflix marathons on a Saturday, right? I don't know. You're a human being. You're going to go up and down. You're going to have a mixture of both. But I tell you what, when you focus on what is taking you off this consistency path, the answer gets pretty clear. All right? So those are the 5 personal objectives you must master. You are the answer for your business. Okay. Any questions? Joel, do you have any questions?
No, I think you kind of nailed it. Those 5 areas, we just work on those and develop ourselves through that, and we're going to be looking at success.
All right. So do this with me. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, elevate. Ready? 1, 2, 3, elevate.
Elevate.
You have an awesome week.
Hey, bud, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks.